Hello guys, today I am here to describe about the digestion in stomach. Digestion particularly occurs in 3 steps. First one is digestion in mouth, then digestion in stomach, then digestion in intestine. In my previous video, I have already given lecture that about digestion in mouth. Now I am describing about digestion in stomach. So in digestion in stomach, to know about digestion in stomach, we have to know about the structure of the stomach. Stomach has two opening and made up of internal structure, like it is a J-shaped organ, and internally it consists of 4 types of cells. That means serosa, muscularis externa, submucosa and mucosa. And beside this, in case of muscularis externa, there are 3 types of muscle: circular muscle, longitudinal muscles and oblique muscles. Beside this, there is another stomach lining internally found, which is called rugae, which is very thick, and it is present in the mucous layer. And as it is thick and very folded structure, it helps in the extension of or surface extension of the stomach internally, so that stomach can take more food at a time. Now, according to digestion, there are 2 types of digestion occurs in stomach. First one is mechanical digestion, then one is chemical digestion. Mechanical digestion takes place by the 3 types of muscles present in the muscularis externa, among of which 2 muscles, longitudinal muscle and a circular muscle, helps in the mechanical process of digestion, particularly in the peristalsis, that means movement of food particles from one part to another part of the stomach, and at the same time churning, that means mixing of food particles with the gastric juice. Now, at the same time, chemical digestion also takes place. During chemical digestion, particularly gastric juice mixes with the food materials. Now, what gastric juice contains? It contains hydrochloric acid, pepsinogens and other protein enzymes, then mucus, then intrinsic factors, and lysozyme and gastric lipase. Now, in case of stomach, whatever the gastric juice contains, it is secreted from gastric gland. Now, where is gastric gland is located? Gastric glands is located both in fundus region and pyloric region. So gastric glands can be out of 2 types, that means oxyntic means fundus region and pyloric glands in pyloric regions. According to oxyntic glands, that means fundus gland present in the fundus portion of the stomach, it contains 3 types of cells: parietal cells, chief cells and mucous cells. So these chief cells secrete pepsinogen, and parietal secrete hydrochloric acid, which is more concentrated in chemically, and mucous cells secrete mucin. So these are the oxyntic glands. Oxyntic gland contains, see here, chief cells which secrete pepsinogens, parietal secrete which secrete hydrochloric, and mucous cells secrete mucin. So these oxyntic gland, that means particularly parietal cells, secrete HCl, but it is not secreted at a time. These parietal cells secretes H ion and chlorine ion separately, and when both these ion enters in the lumen of the stomach, they form hydrochloric acid. But what is the necessity of hydrochloric acid present in the stomach? Due to the presence of hydrochloric acid, the pH level of stomach lowers at 2, and due to the presence of this lowering of pH, it helps in the exposing of, that means protein molecules, that means unfolding of protein molecules, and also expose the peptide bonds where pepsinogen or pepsin can attack, that means actively attack on the peptide bonds and can form amino acids. At the same time, parietal cells also help in the vitamin B12 absorption. Beside these, parietal cells have another enzymes also, that is carbonic anhydrase, which helps in the formation of bicarbonate. Due to the presence of this bicarbonate, that means which regulates pH at 2, and also help in the, that means lowering of acidity, which can cause corrosive effect on the stomach lining, that can be reduced by due to the presence of HCO3. And at the same time, it also secretes another enzyme, cathepsin, which is particularly present in the help in the activation of lysosomal protein. What is lysosome? Lysosome is a particularly structure, also called suicidal bag. It is a particular structure present in the cell, which is also called suicidal bag. Next is pyloric glands. Pyloric glands present in the pyloric end of the stomach, which have two types of cells. One is mucous cells, one other is G cells. G cells secretes gastrin hormone, whereas mucous cells secretes mucin. So gastrin, what is gastrin? G cell secreted gastrin, and gastrin is a type of hormone which stimulate the parietal cells to secrete HCl, also regulate the digestion, help in the digestion by the secretion of gastric juice, and also help in the protein digestion and absorption of the nutrients. Now, beside this, there is some bacteria also colonize in our stomach, which can cause various stomach diseases, gastric diseases. One of these bacteria named as Helicobacter pylori, which colonize in our stomach. It secretes an enzyme called urease, which acts on urea and break down urea into ammonia and carbon dioxide. Due to the presence of this urease, the ammonia is secreted, and this ammonia helps in the neutralization of this acidity present in the stomach region, and which help to survive this particular bacteria. Now, the enzyme present in the stomach, it pepsin, which present in the form of inactive form known as pepsinogen, which is activated by hydrochloric acid to pepsin. Then pepsin acts on protein into proteases and later on peptones. Beside this, in case of infant, there is a particular enzyme called renin, which is a milk digesting enzyme. This renin present in the stomach of infant in the form of prorenin in inactive form, which is activated and formed into renin. Then renin combines with the casein of the milk. Then renin is combined into casein of the milk and form paracaseinate. Then this paracaseinate combine with calcium, forming calcium paracaseinate. Then these paracaseinate acted by pepsin and helps in the formation of peptones, proteases, and polypeptides. Now, this is all about the protein digesting enzyme. Beside this, lipid digesting enzyme also present in our stomach, which is called gastric lipase. This gastric lipase particularly acts on triglyceride, help in the breakdown of triglyceride to form fatty acid and glycerol. Now, next part is mucin. Mucin is secreted by mucous cells. What is mucin? This mucin help in reducing the corrosive effect of hydrochloric acid, and just like act as a buffering. It also protect the lining of the stomach, and it also acts as a lubricant so that food can passes easily from one part to another. Now, what are the function of the stomach? Stomach can store the food temporarily and also break down of the fats and protein with the help of its enzymes. At the same time, although digestion occurs in stomach, but there are some absorption also occurs in the stomach. These are now, what are the materials absorbed by the stomach lining? These are the particularly water, then alcohol, and some types of medicine like aspirin, and others medicine like aspirin, etc. So this is all about the digestion in the stomach. If you like it, you just subscribe it. So I think I will discuss about the digestion in intestine in my next video. Thank you.